everyone. Welcome to week 4 of the It Doesn't Matter podcast. My name is John, and we've got
Dom.
We've got
Abel.
Right, and we're here to discuss the latest in pro wrestling this week, and big things happening on Monday Night Raw. We're going to kick it off with that. And the main event of Monday Night Raw was for the Women's Tag Team Championships. We had Lita, of all people, teaming with Becky Lynch facing Damage Control. How about that main event?
The match was expected. Everybody knows that Lita and Becky's going to win the title, but it doesn't mean nothing to me.
Yeah.
It really has no... It does nothing to me. Becky should be in a singles match at WrestleMania against Bayley something. I have no interest in that tag title. There's no women's tag teams out there. It's brutal right now.
In WWE, there's no women's tag teams, unfortunately.
Yeah, sorry. They're trying to push the women, but you can't just have makeshift tag teams. The only thing out this thing I want to see, might as well don't even have the tag title match at WrestleMania. Have Becky and Lita and Trish versus Damage Control.
Just straight up?
That's it. Trish was there, might as well.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the one thing.
But if you have that happen, then Dakota Kai and Io Sky, if they were still remain the champs, they'd have nothing to do. They wouldn't even be on the show.
Hey, remember Peyton Royce and Billy Kay? Same thing. They had the tag titles.
Can't forget them. They're iconic. So.
Iconic.
Yeah. Was there any ladies tag team that you were interested in at any point since the inception of the belts?
In WWE?
Yeah.
The Iconics were the only ones.
The Iconics?
They were actual tag team.
Yeah.
They hung out with each other. They knew each other.
Yeah.
They, like most tag teams, me and you have been friends for so many years. We can pretty much predict what each other's going to think before we even do it.
Yeah.
If they had it back when the Bellas was up and going, that would be fine.
I would have brought that out too.
So since that point, you've just had a bunch of makeshift tag team that you can really tell that's the case.
But Vince has always been a singles person kind of guy. He's not going to push tag teams. I guess back in the day they said that I'd rather pay 2 guys than 4 guys. Hey, I get it.
What a cheapskate. Where's his money coming from? He needs the money. That's why he's going to sell the company for $9 billion to someone.
That's it?
Sometime.
You gotta keep that on hush.
Right here on the It Doesn't Matter podcast, we're talking about all the money in the financials.
Because our opinion does not matter.
It does not matter. Oh my goodness. So we had the main event of Monday Night Raw to no applause from Dom. He doesn't care about it at all.
Done.
Lita was there. She made a grand return. A big Attitude Era star, if you will. And for me, Trish Stratus made an appearance during that match.
Which was kind of late. I felt.
I used to love Trish. We didn't.
That was my favorite,
right?
Yeah. But
the
match, they're just throwing stuff together.
They are throwing it together, and they're trying to do their best, throwing the star power at it, the Attitude Era star power at it, and it's still feeling really light.
Then give me Becky and Lita one more time.
I want that.
Yeah.
I kind of want, after that little melee they had on the outside, give me Trish and Bayley.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Bayley do anything in the past months and a half.
No. Did she have that? Was that a retirement match with Charlotte at SummerSlam that time?
I have.
It was in Canada too, right?
Yeah, I thought it was.
I believe so.
It could have been.
I mean, you could just break the retirement. What difference does it really make?
Terry Funk. Come on now. Ric Flair.
Edge, Bryan.
Well, we never thought we were ever going to see Edge again.
It's a different circumstance, but still
Bryan.
retired. But that's the women's tag team scene, and they are putting effort into it. It's just that effort is going out the window because it's hard to make people care about the women's tag team titles.
How about if you put Carmella and Karen? What's her name?
Candice?
Nah.
Carmella and
Chelsea Green.
Chelsea, put them two together. Put them two together. They have a little. I was like, okay, they got a little chemistry backstage.
A little bit.
Chelsea Green. When she came out at the Rumble, and she did have a big small moment at the Rumble, and she's not someone I would ever draft per se.
Yeah.
But her appearances with Adam Pearce and her being the Karen. I think it's so funny, and it's like, just keep it going. This is good. This is good shit. Keep this going. So I'm into that. If Carmella and Karen / Chelsea Green, that would have some interest, I guess. I would draw you in,
Yeah,
right?
draw me in, okay.
Draw me in.
Yeah.
Udi entertaining, and entertaining in the same fashion the Iconics were, because they were a fun pair. They were a fun duo, a fun tag team, and
Bill was the better one for me. She always had me, whatever role she was, she had me going.
Oh, she's great.
She's so great.
Must be joking me. One thing was Cody Rhodes. He faced off against Chad Gable on Monday Night Raw. I thought that was a really great match, and in my opinion, he was giving Chad Gable a lot. He was giving him what I call the TNT title treatment.
Yeah.
Because
I saw that too.
Cody's reign, he kind of developed guys like Ricky Starks, I think, right? And he got them signed, Darby. So he did that treatment to Chad Gable, who is someone who's well worth it. He's
vastly underrated.
very underrated. Needs more than his position currently is.
So I seen somewhere online that he's gonna get the push.
Chad?
Yeah, Chad's gonna get the push. I seen that the other day, and it started with that Cody match.
For the U.S.
Man,
What? Oh no! Don't say what title, but he's gonna get the push. And that match right there, kind of like okay, he could run with the big dogs. And if you guys haven't noticed, they're gonna break him and Otis up.
Oh yeah, we saw
him
that.
and your boy Masay and Mansoor.
love that dude, man. Masay,
Lego up,
Swat,
yeah,
Otis.
Otis.
God.
Yeah, Otis is gonna be with the what is it called?
Maximum Male Models.
Triple M? I don't know.
Yeah, he's gonna be with them, but Gable, he has it, man.
Yeah,
he does.
He's been a great tag worker, but
he's not gonna have that same gimmick though. If he's going to get that.
let him be serious. Just let him be serious, and
kind of like that.
He's a great talker.
Kind of like Kurt was back in the day, where he can play that little comedy.
Yeah,
he can be intense.
Can do that. Only problem is he don't have the height. That might get to him.
That sucks, man.
He's a Gargano. There's rumors about Triple H bringing back all of his old NXT friends and guys, not friends, subordinates, right? Yeah. And one of them being the authors of Pain.
What did Cody say? Compadre.
Compatriots.
There you go. That's what you use.
Put the word on the screen. Compatriots. Word of the show, baby. But no, Chad Gable during that match, I thought he did some incredible bumps, incredible moves. Yeah. The crossroads. The way he took it right on the head. Oh, I hope he's okay. And he did a special move I've never seen.
The hanging.
Raised
edge. Yeah, that one's hot.
Call it the hang drop DDT. I don't know what it's called.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah, he's in 2K.
Thank you, Cody Rhodes, for bringing the TNT title treatment to Monday Night Raw. Other things happening. Another big segment opening the show, I believe. Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso, which led to a match with the Street Profits.
Yep. Yes.
And they of course are trying to continue the Bloodline. The number one storyline in all of wrestling right now. And no appearance by Sami Zayn.
No.
But doing a slow build with Jimmy Uso just not getting the approval of Roman Reigns.
How slow is it going to be? We got 4 weeks to WrestleMania, and I don't know what the hell is going on right now. I'm loving every minute of it.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
I'm glad they're actually keeping Sami away, too.
Is it keeping Sami at bay?
Who? I don't know, because Sami's still trying to take the Bloodline. So, and they're...
I just feel like he's not involved in the whole title run, though. Not with Roman's story. Yeah. He's more involved with the Jimmy and Jay thing going on.
And who knows where that's going to lead?
So,
I still don't know.
Social media going to be death to me. Because I seen something that said maybe at WrestleMania it was going to be Jay versus Jimmy. That caught my attention. I was like, oh, they have some little tension because my man got beat up last week. Excuse me.
I can kind of see that.
But, skipping to Smackdown now, Roman said if Jimmy can't get Jay on Smackdown next week, Jay's going to be, in deep trouble, basically.
Jimmy's going to be
in deep trouble.
Yeah.
There's so many angles.
It's so many stuff going on right now, and I'm loving every moment of it.
Well, what if something like that happened and they secede away from Roman, the Usos together as a unit, instead of I'm not going to turn on my own brother, my own twin brother of all things.
Yeah.
And they're just Roman and Sikoa solo, and then the Usos. It's like what do you do with that? Well, that could be a follow-up to the WrestleMania program. If Roman happens to lose the title, what do you do with Roman then? He has a storyline to go into at that point.
Well, like I said, a couple podcasts ago, that storyline is going to go into SummerSlam automatically.
Yeah.
no matter what's going on in WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy or Jay is actually going to be the one I feel like is going to help him get those belts off.
It's crazy not knowing the direction. Usually you have like a little
You already kind of
feeler,
know.
like
Yeah.
what's going on. Like, nah, this whole thing is crazy right now.
It's very exciting.
Like, is Cody gonna beat Roman?
Yeah, that's the thing.
If Roman beats him,
Yeah.
no more Dusty talk. Like, I don't want to hear no more Dusty talk.
I do want to say that too.
Nothing against Dusty, but
it just seems like everything's always with Cody is something about his dad. Like,
Yeah.
what's gonna happen once he has those belts?
exactly. My dad never did what I did. Hey.
Okay, and now you got the belts. Where you go from here?
Yeah. Who knows?
Who knows? But
Yeah.
this Uso storyline is crazy.
Yeah. You can go all the way to SummerSlam, so.
You got 3 brothers all in one unit.
Yeah. The Bloodline turns on each other somehow.
Hey man, you see how happy Solo was when he got married, and Jay and Jimmy and doing all that.
Or was Roman in that picture? Was
Well,
that picture?
hey.
There you go, story.
Ooh.
Nah, you can't do that to Solo.
No, they won't do that. They won't do that. Too early in his career.
Another segment on Monday Night Raw was if Brock Lesnar was going to accept the challenge from MVP and Omos for a WrestleMania match. And apparently Lesnar did accept the challenge. So that's going to happen at WrestleMania. And on the show, Lesnar promised not to touch F5 MVP. And he almost got away with it too until...
Should have spit that white lightning in his face.
Yeah, crazy.
That's what happened.
And
That was, I like that. That was pretty good. It's
Yeah,
kind of like,
it was.
you know it's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know it's going to happen. How's it going to happen? And the moonshine was a little too strong for MVP.
So last week I was saying I didn't want to see Brock and Omos at WrestleMania. I did say that, but me looking at social media and all that stuff again,
Sure.
this might be Brock's last hurrah. This might
Right.
be it.
Yeah.
This might be his last Mania, and he turned down working with Bray Wyatt, Lashley, and Vince had to pitch him Omos.
Yeah.
So now I'm intrigued. So
yeah.
like the Beast versus the Nigerian Giant, like it could be something. I want to see just Brock just go off and take him to Suplex City a few times and maybe a couple of F5s and
does he come out with the win, or does he put the guy over?
As long as you don't give him a low blow, whatever, it's a win.
So if Lesnar does do that, if it is his last match and he's going to put Omos over, then you're putting Omos over.
Yeah, but
He's doing the job.
yes. Where do you go from there? Because a guy like that's an attraction. That's not a guy you put on
You can't
show
have him
every week.
Yeah, you can't do like they did Big Show. They killed Big Show's
Yeah,
character.
that was
man.
terrible.
Yeah.
And Show was his WCW days. Woo! Yo.
Yeah, they overexposed him.
Yeah.
That's the problem. You can't do it. If
Yeah.
Triple H keep booking, he's fine. Omos got the great mouthpiece of MVP.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of have him kind of like Andre and Bobby.
Yeah, you can be there, just...
Don't have to show up
Matter of
every
fact,
time.
Roman ain't there every week. Heyman talks for him.
Yeah.
That's a good
You
point.
could just do that.
MVP talk.
Hey, I-
Don't give me 3 jobbers from Delaware, next thing you know, and
Yeah.
the ride back treatment. I don't want to see that.
Gets old real quick.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real.
Another segment on Monday Night Raw was a matchup between the number 1 contender for the Raw Women's Championship, Asuka, facing off against Carmella, a lady we spoke about earlier. And it was just a match just to get Asuka to have a win on TV. But one thing I did think of during that match was, they had the WrestleMania Goes to Hollywood parodies lately, and the first one was Seth Rollins being the Joker, and seeing Asuka's new makeup detail, maybe she should have been the Joker instead of Seth Rollins.
I thought you were going to talk about how terrible that Titanic one was. But
Oh
We can
yeah.
talk about that. That shit was terrible. You didn't like it either. Oh my god.
it's on the crowd!
I appreciate it. I enjoyed it for what they were trying to do. But my notes here say that the acting was bad, but fun.
Yeah.
So there you go. It was lighthearted, but it was pretty bad, and I'm glad I was not alone in that sentence. Oh, God, Lord, that was pretty bad.
But going back to that match, Carmella got a lot of offense in that.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, how the hell are you gonna build up Asuka as this challenger for the title and you're letting Carmella. No offense to Carmella, she's a former champion,
Yeah.
but we haven't. She just came back to the TV maybe like a month ago, and she's never dominated like that. Especially someone like Asuka.
Well, she had a long layoff. She got her mojo back, and part of her old song back too.
Yeah,
But you know what?
I wasn't expecting all that, especially from someone like Asuka.
I don't know how to feel about this rivalry, or not even rivalry, the story between Asuka and Bianca. It's like, it doesn't have that big match feel to it. Like, I feel like they're going to throw Carmella in the mix. Because you see how she pushed, whoever she pushed into one another.
She pushed Asuka into Bianca. And then, like, for some reason, Asuka was sounding like she just got a finisher or something. Like, what's going on here?
I don't know. This... Like, you
got
got
much juice behind it.
Yeah, you got two baby faces. The only juice is in Asuka's teeth when she had all that blue shit going through the other day.
Blue lightning.
That's it. But I don't know. I'm not feeling that match right now.
Well, they still got what, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So there's still time. I mean,
you can't just throw names out there and just make a match. Like, you gotta have a story with it.
Yeah.
And do you have someone go heel, or do you want to see someone go heel?
That's when you have Carmella in the mix.
I mean, Bianca's having some heel tendencies. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah. Well, usually a world champion has to do that depending on the opponent just to make the matchup interesting.
Yeah.
Even if it's, Shawn Michaels wasn't a champion at the time when he faced Hulk Hogan at SummerSlam, but he did turn heel for a month, and then he went right back to being a face.
Yeah.
Never touched being heel again, I don't think. So sometimes they just do that. That's what champions have to do. So Bianca's taking that role just to make Asuka have some shine.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. It's an intriguing match. I really hope it's going to be a good match, as we all expect it to be. But the storyline, there's not much storyline support there.
Not yet, at least.
Not yet. So there's still time. There's still those 4 weeks. So we'll see what happens there. As an aside, Johnny Gargano made an appearance on the show, and I had a topic about theme songs, and just Johnny Gargano, his current theme song,
Rebel Heart, the dude version.
Rebel Heart, the dude version, and what I thought of was Dom, your other favorite wrestler in the whole world, Christian. He also had a theme where the first version of it was a woman singing, kind of like that Evanescence kind of thing back at that time.
I thought it was your favorite. You used to sing it all the time. Christian!
He's on his own.
I hope he gets buried tomorrow night.
Oh,
He's on his own.
Hey, so speaking of Christian, great way to hold that promo and not let the crowd take over.
Ooh, yeah.
Just keep going.
I agree.
If that was a rookie, he would have shit his pants right there.
That's Jungle Boy. Christian in the arena.
I love Jungle Boy. I don't think he would have been able to handle that.
Christian said he's going to win the title this year. He's not going to win the title.
He's going to win the Impact title.
He needs an edge. That's what he needs. To win the title.
Oh, jeez. You hate him that much?
I can't stand that.
Hates Christian.
Yeah.
Christian, you're on your own!
I'll drink to that. All right, Christian. All right, we'll keep it on the WWE theme here, and Friday Night Smackdown taped in Baltimore, Maryland. Actually, it was live from Baltimore, Maryland, I think.
You said Smackdown?
Smackdown, yeah.
Washington, D.C., fool.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
We just talked about this.
Hey, it was on a whim.
All right, well.
Don't cut that.
I ain't cutting it out. I make mistakes, too. The opening segment was Roman Reigns and what's left of the Bloodline coming out. And then Cody Rhodes coming out right away, and I thought they each hit a home run during those segments, during the promo battle. I thought Cody did a great job, and Roman, who I do enjoy, but he doesn't always impress me, but with this promo, he really got it for me. What do you think?
He hit a home run.
Yeah.
He hit a home run.
Yeah.
He came out his element. He went back to NXT behind the scene days, and he's talking, cut the Dusty promo.
Oof. Bring up history, real history.
Yeah, it felt like he was not lying about anything he told him.
That's Dusty's favorite son, Roman Reigns. Woo!
That right, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, you just. Ooh.
Wasn't Bo Dallas? Wasn't Bo Dallas?
No.
No one likes Bo Dallas.
Bull Dempsey.
Bullshit! Alright, so it was a great segment, and, but that's happening right now, and like we were talking earlier, there's no juice behind some of the women's title matches for WrestleMania, but there's still time for that to develop. This promo here for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, it was a great promo for right now. How can they follow this up in the next 4 weeks? It's hot. And it's
that's why when I saw that, I'm like, maybe pulled the trigger too soon.
Right.
Yeah. Could have saved that.
Could have saved it, for later, but...
Do you want altercations between them two?
No.
I know.
I don't. I want to keep them
verbal
far
spar,
away.
that's it.
Yeah, keep them as far away as possible. What they're doing is perfectly fine to me. I mean, Roman's still got other issues with the bloodline he's got to deal with.
Oh, yeah.
Roman's got multiple stories going on right now.
That can affect him in the main event because he's not focusing on the number one topic.
Yeah.
Cody. Your mind is here, here, and here, and Cody's right there.
I think that could play into something post-Mania if he loses the title.
Yes.
But leading up to it, I don't... Roman does have his hand in, many pots, but I don't know how they'll affect his feud with Cody Rhodes for Mania. But.
Well, you got to consider all the other rivalries he's had. All the focus was just him, and the Bloodline had his back. Now the Bloodline's crumbling. He's trying to hold it together, and he's like,
There's more Samoans out there that can hold the pieces together. They need a dominant female, Nia Jax, to come get everybody together,
She's not like most.
She's not like most girls.
Yeah.
Well, there's more to come for the Bloodline and Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns toward WrestleMania.
Loving it.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
The first match on SmackDown was Rhea Ripley facing off against Liv Morgan, and let's see, the finish of the match was Rhea Ripley doing the Riptide on Liv Morgan, but she didn't go for the pin right after that. She went for a submission maneuver.
I like that move.
I thought that was a great idea.
Yeah.
It's dope. Do you know the name of it, perhaps?
I don't yet. Gotta go back and...
But I thought it was a great idea because it gives her more more flexibility in her match with Charlotte. Come out and say, hey, you got a submission finisher? I got one too. Yeah. And so I thought that was a great idea for that match.
And that was a better showing than what they did with Asuka and Carmella. Because now you're like, okay, she is a threat to Charlotte. Mm-hmm.
It was a building block for the Rhea Ripley Charlotte WrestleMania.
Because if you're going against Charlotte, you do not want to have somebody coming up slow. Like you want them hot, coming in fast.
Yep.
And you do not want to have that, put the brakes on. Like, no, I'm coming for you. Yeah. That's what you want.
Yeah. So Rhea Ripley's got that momentum in the ring. She has that in the ring. Sometimes it's all talk, but.
Hey.
She got that physicality, and so that match is, where that's going to go is up in the air.
One thing Mamacita could talk and back it up.
And she got Dom.
When you got a Dom, you got to win.
But you're not convict Dom.
Nah.
No.
I ain't built like that.
Just a personal thought on Liv Morgan is, I was a fan of her when she was in the Riot Squad.
Yep.
When she was, just kind of like the Harley Quinn kind of dealio. And she's definitely gotten herself over in the past couple of years, but I didn't really take her as like a threat to Rhea Ripley, like physically in the ring. Any of her, not just this match, but any of the matches she generally has on SmackDown. I just don't take her seriously as a wrestler. I think she's a little too goofy, but that's also one of her better qualities, is that she's kind of flexible as a character that way. What do you guys think of Liv Morgan overall right now?
She is developing. She's getting better every week, every time she fights. She's the future. I don't know if you've seen the video of her and the little girl that was crying in the front row. She pulled that girl backstage and she's like, oh my God, I'm your biggest fan, whatever. And if you, girl said she turned 10 years old, and she's like, if you stay in the league for like 8 more years, whatever, I mean, you could be a tag team champion. Like, she's doing what she's doing. She's doing her part.
Yeah.
Liv Morgan, she's the future of the WWE.
Yeah.
She's being a WWE superstar.
She is. Because especially if she's trying to be a babyface, that's the audience you want to get to now. Yeah. Get that younger audience so they can grow up and then, bring them in.
Yeah, she's the future. I think she has a tremendous connection with the fans, but just...
That's the hardest thing that a lot of wrestlers just can't do. Like, you can have all the moves, but if you can't connect,
Yeah.
What good are you?
Remember that Miz girl?
Oh my God.
I think she signed an NXT developmental contract.
Probably.
It's 2011, man.
What's my call? Bailey's girl.
Yeah.
Izzy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
she got a little independent joint going on now.
Really?
I think so.
She's like 16, 17?
She's getting there.
I think she had a match with Kenny Omega in Japan.
No, I thought that was real.
Okay.
Or the Globe doll.
Next up on SmackDown was a segment with Santos Escobar. I can say his name this week versus Dominic Mysterio, and it's another step in this all-encompassing feud. Another feud that has many branches that's going lots of places, not just with Santos and Dominic, but also with Rey Mysterio. In that match, I thought Santos Escobar had a lot of very sick moves in that match. I thought in the ring, he performed very well. Unlike Liv Morgan earlier in the match, I thought Santos did a great job. Kind of like Chad Gable on Raw. He's really putting his all out there.
Shorty G.
Oh, no. God. Oh, man. I hate that freaking name, man. As soon as I heard it, I was like, it killed the guy.
I know how to get him over. Call him G.
Shorty G.
Shorty G. God.
Get him a shirt.
Another thing I was thinking of watching that matchup was Dom Mysterio. He was, his outfit. He's wearing a vest like Roman Reigns used to wear, but not as thick.
He had the vest like Roman Reigns, has pants like his daddy, and tassels like Eddie. Like, man.
The mullet too.
You need to figure something out.
I think that as long as Dom Mysterio keeps that vest on, he'll be just as hated as Roman Reigns was for as many years as Roman Reigns was wearing that vest. That's what I think.
So you think the vest that made Roman hated?
Oh, the vest.
No. Suffering succotash.
Magic beans.
Oh, that was terrible, man.
I think Dominic Mysterio, in his current getup, he should wrestle Gunther, beat him for the Intercontinental title because he'll be impervious to the chops.
Oh my God.
Don't make me be the booker, ever.
Don't. You can talk about heat? Oh my God.
Dominic! What?
We just lost a couple viewers. The two that we have.
Well, anyways, man, the match was nothing special. But what hurt more? When Dom worked the mask up, and Ray, oh my God, don't disrespect me. Or when he hit Ray. What hurt more?
Well, I would say the mask turn because that hurt two people. Ray, who gave the mask to Santos Escobar, who now no longer has it.
And it was autographed.
Mask. To my number one.
Wow.
Santos. Yeah. Wow.
What are they doing with Santos and Legado?
I think they just said bye-bye DJZ and the other guy. And
Where's Zelina?
And Zelina, yeah. It's like,
what are you doing?
Well, they had no idea for him, I'm sure, as a heel unit, even though they're pretty decent as a heel unit, but they was like, we have an idea to stick you in there with the Mysterios, and, well, we have to turn your face. Okay. And he did kind of a little promo backstage, and he hasn't officially turned, but he was acting as a face, but he did have a little cocky edge to him. Mm-hmm. So I noted that. I appreciated that. So I'm into the angle. Mm-hmm. So
you ain't no Del Rio.
For a good reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
Viva.
You heard about what MJF said.
Well, MJF, we ain't talking about
Oh,
we talking about the character wise. He's not Del Rio.
No. Yeah.
Del Rio had quite a run when he left WWE the first time, I think 2015 or so, and he went to the indie scene, and he was Lucha Underground as Alberto Patron.
Yep.
Yeah, man, he was hot. He was hot at that point.
Yeah, he's hot until I start messing with Paige.
Yeah.
Well, Paige,
Up, down, down.
The next segment,
White Lightning,
on this show and on SmackDown. Was the Intercontinental title picture involving Drew McIntyre coming out, ready to challenge Gunther for the title, but then Sheamus came out and said, "Hey fella," no accent.
What the hell are you doing?
That was pretty good. I like that. Some follow through. Like, hey, I thought we were friends, and you know what I want.
Yep.
You took it away from me.
But
man.
Drew made a good point. You lost twice in the
You
dude.
lost
Yep.
twice. Yeah.
That was good.
How about that shirt Karrion Kross had on? I thought he was Razor Ramon for a second. Hair all slicked back.
Just trying to get over. Just trying to get over.
Trying to get over.
Just trying to get over. Golly. So we had LA Knight.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
What a fucking pop too.
oh yeah. It's great. It's working great. That Bound pitch black match didn't do shit to LA Knight. Yeah.
No, I couldn't believe it though. For real. I couldn't believe the crowd was still like.
Yeah. It's something cool to chant, man. It's cool. So it's getting over.
Dude, that shit hurt. You want to go overtime? Yeah.
I might do that.
What's wrong with this guy?
See, it's gonna take over the whole thing, man.
They just give it to me anyway. They're like, here you go.
Dude, that's the thing that's gonna take over WrestleMania weekend. Like, you know, after WrestleMania 29.
Wow.
Too sweet.
That
Right?
phenomenon was crazy. The Fandango one.
On the train? That shit was dope.
Dude, it was at baseball stadiums and stuff.
Yep.
Cha-cha-la.
So many WrestleMania memories that kind of just, you know, you had to be there, you had to enjoy it when it was happening, because once it's gone, dude.
Thank you for Peacock.
Yeah.
For memories.
Peacock. Oh my goodness. YesLoMania, that was the first time in New Orleans, WrestleMania 30. Man, it took over the city for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Intercontinental title picture: Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, LA Knight. Yeah, Karrion Kross and Kofi Kingston. What Xavier Woods is going to join the party here, and what kind of match are they going to do for the Intercontinental title?
No.
Yeah.
What? No, next week.
Oh, next week?
They fight on SmackDown. It's a fatal 5-way or whatever.
Fatal 5-way?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, that's what it is.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm curious. It's between either Sheamus and Drew.
Mm-hmm. To have a one-on-one at Mania?
I'm good with that, yeah.
I don't know with that one.
I mean, Sheamus, long time, you know, WWE main eventer guy. Drew McIntyre, same thing, but more recent. Maybe they will. Triple threat?
That's what people wanted, but
I don't know if I want a triple. I want to.
But you heard what I said last week when I said I want to see, you know, 4 dudes. I said Lashley at the time, but obviously ain't gonna be Lashley.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it's probably gonna be a triple with Sheamus and McIntyre involved.
Maybe, you know.
It's
You
good.
said ladder match. I was like, okay, well, they can
But
use
then,
one of
yeah.
those. Sure.
No.
Well, if it's a ladder match, hopefully ain't like that AEW ladder match when the referee's holding the damn.
They've been doing that for
come
years.
on.
Oh boy.
AEW does that.
No, WWE's been doing it for years. They just cut the cameras don't show.
Kevin Dunn.
Yeah.
Good for you. You know what
Yeah.
you're doing. Oh man, I'm
The
just
rest is my crash and burn.
Dude, it's a hobby. But yeah, yeah. So seeing Karrion Kross in that segment with a $5,000 T-shirt that he was wearing, I think he should team up with Baron Corbin as 2 guys that no one will ever give a shit about.
Oh man, they're
2 guys just like
Baron Corbin every week.
guys. They're there. They're tall and they're big. And
He's getting TV time, even though they take TV time away from him. He still get time though.
That's the worst way to get it though. Come on.
That's funny.
Hey,
We gotta move on to. Where's my promo time?
What the?
Another match on SmackDown. Tegan Nox facing off against Shayna Baszler and
Next segment.
piss and you'll miss it. That's how that kind of match that will be. Bobby Lashley made a surprise appearance on SmackDown. And
that would shock me.
Yeah, he's feuding with Bray Wyatt right now, and whatever incarnation he's going to be in. But someone who did make an appearance on the show was Uncle Howdy, and I think Uncle Howdy was talking some smack to Bobby Lashley in the ring. And I could just be making this up. It did sound like Bo Dallas.
It was
We call. We know. It's Bo.
It's kind of weak though. He gave him that big spine buster. He wasn't able to nail the spear because the lights went out.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Pay your electric bill, Triple H.
Washington D.C.
Oh jeez.
I have Baltimore, Maryland right there.
They're close by.
Yeah.
The graphic must have said Baltimore, Maryland. I don't know why I have that there.
Next show. That's the next show.
Anyway, the main event of SmackDown was Sami Zayn coming out to the good music, racing off against Solo Sikoa. It was a fine match, and the finish was Solo winning with the Samoan Spike after Jimmy Uso grabbed the leg or assisted when Sammy was going for the haluva kick.
Hey, you got it right today. No, your casa.
Hi. Yeah. Hi. Jey Uso still did not make an appearance, so but that was just more build up for that angle.
But you didn't.
I'm kind of glad he didn't show up either.
But we didn't discuss that. What Roman said earlier about. Did we discuss it?
Oh no.
Also, basically,
We talked about it before.
okay. So before him, quick recap. Roman said that. I just fucked up.
Jimmy Uso got to take care of.
I was gonna say about the Jey Uso thing. Yeah, Jimmy had to take care of Sami Zayn.
Yeah, and if he didn't, there'd be consequences.
There'd be consequences. So now Jimmy on strike 2 right now. He on strike 2
in real life, or
oh my god.
Sure, you see his wife is free right now, so he might do some WrestleCon appearances too. Make some money.
A week before Mania gets released.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so he on strike 2 right now. So if Jay will show up, and obviously he ain't take out Sammy. He ain't do his job.
He did not.
He did not. So Roman's gonna get in that ass.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He was the one that brought in Sammy too, right?
I know.
Because Jay was the one that said.
Jay was tentative, yeah.
And Jimmy was like, "No, that's the homeboy.
Yeah.
Bring him in."
But he was also the first to try him at the Rumble.
Yep.
Hey, like in the mafia, hey, you bring in someone in and they betray you, you're the first one to go.
Yep. So hold on. Speaking of Sammy, I finally sat down and watched the match with him and Johnny Knoxville.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sammy had a hell of a year. I'll just say that. He had a hell of a year. And that match right there, I wish I'd seen it in person since I was there. It was a good ass match. It was entertaining. But we may have had a bigger pop than anybody in that match.
Oh, I loved
that. Oh man, it was pretty good. And the black dude, the dad, yo, when Sammy swung out in that man, I got so pissed off. I was cracking up. But
I told you.
I enjoyed it. I sat down on the couch. I sat down and I watched it, and I was like, dang, I kind of want to see Hornswoggle and Wee Man go at it.
Oh God,
I want to see that at WrestleMania.
Oh,
or I kind of want to see
pre-show, please.
Wee Man and Bronson Reed. I want to see him take that splash.
Oh,
that shit brought me back to King Kong Bundy and the Haiti Kid.
Oh,
and Lil Beaver.
Yep.
For those that didn't follow the Week 2 podcast, we discussed about some major matches that we did not see. Dom never saw Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville at this past year's WrestleMania, and I did not see Roman Reigns and Logan Paul at Crown Jewel, so we kind of had a little homework thing that Dom had to watch that match. I had to watch my match, and so to Dom's maybe surprise, he really enjoyed that match.
It was a good match.
So, good match. And just the same, I enjoyed the Logan Paul Roman Reigns match. As expected. Not maybe. It's like I knew that he did a good job. I knew that that it was going to be a good match. I still had some issues with the hype of it, the one lucky punch thing.
Yeah.
You had to put on something. You kind of knew Roman has a plan for Mania. He ain't gonna lose to Logan Paul. But you kind of had to do whatever you could with that. And it's like, okay, that's fine.
Can you imagine if he had won though? Yo, the viewerships would have went through the roof.
Did you see the actor, like him and his boys on their show, and the neck brace and all?
Yeah, that was good. That was good. Hey, live the gimmick.
And I didn't know. Like I said, I didn't know much about the end of the match with his lackey showing up, but then his brother showing up.
And then seeing the brothers, I was like, ooh, I kind of want to see the Paul brothers and the Usos at WrestleMania. That would have been a good match, but obviously didn't go that way.
You can see that.
Bye-bye, bitch.
Seth.
Yeah, but I'm a quick question before we get to the next topic. All the appearances from celebrities that wrestled, like who do you think like the best celebrity that had a match?
That actually had a match?
Had a match.
Had a match.
Like Bad Bunny. Johnny Knoxville, Logan Paul.
Yeah.
I'm stuck between Pat McAfee and Logan right now. And Pat McAfee put on a hell of a show. Not just at Mania, but in NXT with Adam Cole.
Pat McAfee's the man.
Baby!
Pat McAfee.
McAfee's the man.
I think you know they can have really awesome matches, a lot of high spots, a lot of excitement and crazy moves, and that's because they are only having one match. And this is kind of the problem with these celebrity matches because years ago your celebrity was Lawrence Taylor having a match at Mania. And him being dead ass tired at the end of the match, and it was what it was at the time, and it was okay, but you weren't really terribly blown away, I don't think.
No.
For him and Bam Bam Bigelow at WrestleMania 11 in Hartford, Connecticut.
Yeah, that was the main event.
Yeah. But nowadays, people in general are more athletic. They train, they're better trained, and they can do high spot after high spot after high spot, and then we're blown away as fans.
Yeah.
Take Logan Paul away from that and let someone with some bias here. Because Ricochet is one of my favorites. But have Ricochet, he can do every single thing that Logan Paul did. Why couldn't he do that with Roman Reigns?
Just because he's a celebrity.
Just because he's a celebrity.
He's got more viewers.
Yeah.
He's got the viewership, so it's...
Maria Menounos.
Oh, jeez.
She has quite a laugh. But for, to answer the question of best celebrity, I mean, in recent years, it's hard to call. Logan Paul had a great performance. Bad Bunny killed it at WrestleMania.
Well, if you think about it, Bad Bunny's more of a celebrity than Logan. Logan's more of that athlete, and so is Pat McAfee. If you just think about
maybe a non-athletic celebrity?
Yeah, maybe you'd have to go with Bad Bunny.
Mr. T?
Oh, jeez. Well...
I pity that answer.
That's right, Mania 1. Oh, Shaq.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
Shaq and Matt.
So we're talking all companies?
No,
I'm just thinking about WWE.
Anyone.
Not any celebrity.
Mean Kevin Green, WCW 96.
Stephen Amell.
Stephen Amell, you got Dennis Rodman, you got Karl Malone.
Yes.
You know what's one of
You
the
got
most...
Jay Leno.
No. Don't you dare say that, Nate. I don't care how much he's paying you.
You know one of those forgotten matches in wrestling history, of celebrity pro wrestling history? Dennis Rodman versus the Macho Man Randy Savage.
What?
I don't remember.
Exactly. Exactly. Folks, here at the It Doesn't Matter podcast, it does matter when I say that, yes, Dennis the Worm Rodman faced one-on-one singles match, the Macho Man Randy Savage, Road Wild 1999. Check it out on Peacock.
Yo, if Macho's in it, I gotta watch.
Yeah. I know.
And Phil Jackson pissed the fuck off.
Oh, yeah, I know.
That's all I know.
I'm glad I brought that fact to it. It was just like one of those most bizarre, like, wait, what? That's how crazy WCW was at the time. You don't even remember.
We do not talk about some of this stuff. This is
discuss.
our raw reaction.
You gotta pop the boys, as they say. So
We got me.
Pause.
But yeah. So could be. There's lots of choices for best celebrity in pro wrestling. I tell you, one of them was actually at WrestleMania 27, who shocked the hell out of everyone in the crowd that did not go to the bathroom for that break. Was Snooki.
I did.
It was like boo, 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 and she really soaked it up. So she was good heel in that aspect. And she just, she used to be a cheerleader, so she did this somersault into the elbow in the corner.
Oh, the China.
And the flip.
I always call it the China.
Yo, you know what pissed me off? I think it was WrestleMania 25, Mayweather and Big Show.
Oh, God.
Big Show being the typical big man, just teasing the little boy. Slap, side slam.
Yeah.
Then this man
Can't even hit.
hit with a brass nut, broke his nose again. Okay, you're so arrogant. I just want to see this dude lose at the time.
Yeah.
Like, I was not a Mayweather guy.
Nah.
Oh my God. Big Show, you suck. You suck.
It's unfortunate, Big Show.
Yeah, he's always been the guy that Vince just
Yeah,
abuses.
man. He even had
Put a diaper on him. Call him a baby.
What a waste of time.
Knucklehead.
One,
That was a good movie.
Akebono.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
Yeah, what a waste of time.
that's good shit.
Damn good shit.
I was gonna clean him now.
Yo, it's been a good week for wrestling, man.
Yeah.
It's for being a wrestling fan, it's been a good week.
Yeah.
Cause now, Monday night, Raw, Tuesday, NXT, Wednesday, Dynamite, Thursday, Ring of Honor, and Impact, wherever channel that's on. And Friday, you got Smackdown and Rampage.
Yes,
It's a good time to be a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Right now.
So we got the Revolution pay-per-view.
Revolution coming up.
At the time of this podcast, we're recording.
it's a luxury of riches for all pro wrestling fans. So it's a great time to be alive and to be a pro wrestling fan. And usually one of the highlights of the week for me at least is AEW Dynamite. So we're going to talk about Dynamite here. And the opening match on Dynamite this past week was for the All Atlantic Championship. OC Orange Cassidy defending against Big Bill. Last week he had a match with
Big Bill.
I forgot he had a match. Who he had the match with last week? But it was a good match.
He fought Willard last week.
You?
Orange
Cassidy? Yeah,
that was a really great match. And so they decided to repeat it this week. They tried with Big Bill, and
I actually like the match.
I'll tell you what,
it was pretty good.
Another banger.
That's the way you're supposed to use Big Bill, though. Mm-hmm. That big guy, kind of dominating. You get little hope spots here and there.
Yeah, I popped so many times when this dude, tried to get the running kick. This man just sit down.
Yeah, he got me. I'm like, what's going on here?
No, so he's getting pissed off. What's up with Stokely Hathaway? I missed what happened. His arm.
His ankle?
I
think Hook did something to him.
Broken.
And then Hook was suspended. I didn't get that. And he's off suspension now, so great storyline there. But
poor Hook, man. They're not even doing it right, man.
The Russell
it's too much. Stop bringing New Japan people in the Aussie and all. It's too much going on, man. It is too much. It is too much.
Well, that's the thing with AEW. If you don't like something, just blink and you'll find something else to either like or hate. Right? So. John Moxley did a promo. It was taped last week after that bloody match with Evil Uno.
A regular match for him?
Just another day at the office with John Moxley.
I love John. He's one of my favorites, but the bleeding, can you just make it make sense, please?
Yeah.
Or make it mean something?
That's just what he likes, and
I get it. And maybe back in the day when we watched ECW and all that, it was like, whatever, something different that we got. But if you're gonna bleed, can you make it mean something? Or, it's just too gratuitous?
Every week? Come on. It's too much now. Ric Flair didn't bleed every week.
Yeah, he says he did.
At first.
He said he did. He didn't.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's not needed.
I mean,
seriously. You don't have to have you don't need blood to be a good match.
If you want it to mean something in a significant spot.
Exactly. Your fucking forehead gonna look like Abdullah's.
Yeah. You don't want hepatitis.
You want to bleed? Do some oral sessions.
I was wondering where you're going with that sentence.
There you go.
That's a layup.
But Mock's gonna Mox. That's what's going on. The Elite came out for a brief moment, where they were immediately beat down by the House of Black. And that's a match coming up at the pay-per-view. That was just some minor build-up for that, just a beatdown. The House of Black stole the titles, which they did return. But something I'll either mention now or later is that there's a lot of turning the lights out moments in AEW. They happened on SmackDown too, but a lot of it happened on this episode of Dynamite. It's kind of like, man, you gotta pay that damn electric bill.
Yeah.
Then there's the Face of the Revolution ladder match, won by Powerhouse Hobbs.
Do you think he deserved it? Or just because he's in his hometown?
Just because the AEW does do that a lot, but Hobbs has been on the back burner simmering for a long time.
Yeah, he was hot at one point. Remember when him, Wardlow, Samoa Joe was doing that? Next thing you know, he lost.
That storyline's coming back.
That's coming back. It's Hobbs and Samoa Joe. That's going to be a... Or Wardlow, yeah. Oh, that's going to be next week on Dynamite, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I like Hobbs.
The kid that impressed me the most in that match was Commander.
Who
is a free agent?
Yes.
Triple H going to sign him?
No.
He's a free... Yeah.
Where's he going to go?
What?
NXT?
Why not?
We got Axiom.
Well, yeah, you know what?
Why not? Why is AEW having all these people with no contracts or other companies wrestle for them when they have too much damn talent?
Because Chuck Taylor can't get over.
That's why you got that damn Danhausen.
Where's Aaron Solo? Is that his name? Why are they pushing him instead of Commander?
Bailey dumped his ass.
Oh,
man.
He's got a pity contract.
Wow.
They do have, a lot of guys.
They got too much. You're talking about 100 people on their roster.
Well,
I get it. I mean, they're trying to get all that content out, Dark Elevation. No. Now they got Ring of Honor. I think you said it before. Get them to exclusive contracts.
That's what they need.
Shows.
I'm watching Ring of Honor. I'm like, who the hell is this dude? This guy, he's a former Activision fucking Satan dude. I'm like, all right, I don't know. I don't know.
A lot of people on the roster, a lot of people in that Face of Revolution match. But again, won by Powerhouse Hobbs. But Hobbs winning that match was not the biggest story of that segment. It was the referees holding down the ladder so Hobbs could win that brass ring. And what's the controversy here, Tom? What's the controversy here?
I don't see it. You want to get your guys hurt?
Crash and burn, man. You didn't see that shit back in the 90s growing up. No, fuck that. Yeah. Nah, I want to see the I want to see that shit trembling, man.
The ladder was broken, man. That's the only one they had. Actually, that's not true.
You gotta run up on that damn thing. No, because he like shoulder tackled the damn ladder like bent, whatever. And Rick Knox, hold the damn ladder.
Yeah. I get that one. That one I get because I.
If you're Rick Knox or someone looking like Powerhouse tells you to do something, you're gonna just say, nah.
But then like 4 of them were holding.
No, you're not holding the damn ladder for a spot. You're not. No, I don't want to see that.
Because it wasn't subtle. Because it couldn't be with 4 referees there.
Is it because it's on TV? Okay, if it's on pay-per-view, would it be a different story?
Would they have just let Hobbs suffer on his own? Do you remember Jack Swagger at the Money in the Bank, Arizona? Fiddling with that,
yeah,
trying to unclip it. And it's like they edited that out of the replay, but it's like, what? Well, there's no one that could have helped Jack Swagger at that moment. He's just like trying to unclip the damn thing.
That's different.
It's live. It's WrestleMania. You're right. Probably
if it's a live show, let shit happen.
Yeah.
Like, nah, I don't want to see the refs do that. Just be there. Just make sure like I ain't knocked out or bleeding or whatever. That's it.
I think the problem was just the director of the show. He's like, why are you shooting this? Shoot up.
Yes.
Up. Zoom in on just Hobbs. You don't need to show the referees. I just think that's just a production error. That's all.
I agree.
Production error. The cameraman couldn't hear his earpiece to zoom in. Whatever it was, I just think it was production error, and it's just a big hubbub on the social medias. Where you learn lots of things, by the way, and I just don't. I understand it. Like it's very like, oh man, hokey pro wrestling.
Yeah, I know.
But they don't do it anymore.
Well, it's not like they didn't. If they show like other pictures and stuff from back in the day, referees were holding the ladders for years. Yeah. I mean, do you really want that's like your main event guy for the next 10 years? Do you really want to lose him for 2?
So what was the last?
Or 10?
What was the last ladder match you seen in WWE that the referee held the ladder?
I couldn't recall.
Come on,
because they don't shoot.
They like that.
Well, they've had years of making sure not to do that.
What's funny is I was going through some old videos on my phone, my Google Photos memories, and it was a Dragon Gate USA show. It was a ladder match. The Young Bucks were in. AR Fox, Ricochet, Rich Swann were in that match. And I think AR Fox is on the top. He's going to go for like a swanton onto like a table on one side. And I can see like, I think Nick Jackson but he's a wrestler though. And he can conceivably be like, oh, I'm resting on it. But he's really holding it. And just kind of like, he's holding the ladder.
You could have done that. Something
like that. Have no wrestler do something like that.
You could have a wrestler, hold instead. But
not Aubrey Everest.
Sometimes it's just a quick decision and no one thought of it. Things just happen.
Yeah.
Live TV. I'm sure if it was taped, they would have cut that shit out. Yeah. So, another segment on Dynamite.
We're live, bro.
We're live, pal. Chris Jericho going one-on-one with pretty Peter Avalon.
Wow. Yeah, I was shocked with that. I was like, no entrance?
Yeah.
But,
Jericho's putting people over.
Yes.
Jericho's
doing what he's supposed to do.
Yes.
He wanted to make another Action Andretti, another nameless guy on AEW Dark Elevation. And then Ricky Starks came out afterward just to put some more heat behind their upcoming Revolution match. And Jericho and Ricky Starks, do we still got some buzz behind that, or what do you think? It's just another...
Ricky's going over.
Yeah.
Jericho will put him over too.
Yeah.
Jericho's to the point he don't need to win any more matches anymore. So
I mean, Jericho is never going to be not over because hey, I've listened to like 2 of his podcasts today. 2 Talkers Jericho's. Wow. Listen to them all. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Then Hangman Adam Page cut another promo for his match with Mr. Mox. Going to be Mox at the pay-per-view, so that's going to just And it was kind of weird. It was kind of like it's like shot on a high school basketball court or something like that.
It was former teacher, you know.
What was that, West Virginia?
Hey kids.
He's more teacher, yeah.
Hey kids. Hey, you want to make some money?
Hold this camera
Yeah.
downward angle.
Get some practice.
And then possibly one of the best promos of the year, Christian Cage in the promo segment where the fans were trying to, catcall Christian, kind of make him lose his line of focus, but he did not. He stayed steadfast.
That's
He was on point with that.
That is a veteran.
Hey, he did his job. He's being a heel. He's doing what he's doing. Hopefully, he just put Jungle Boy over. That's it.
I think, honestly, a lot of those young wrestlers in the back should have watched that and be like, this is exactly what you need to do. When you let the crowd take over, just keep talking and talking. Don't let them get into your cadence. Just talk over them.
That's the thing. The whole AEW roster is
very young.
You need to learn.
Yeah.
You need to learn from
Christian. They need to listen to Christian. They need to listen to...
Same thing I said at the end of the last podcast. Shut up and listen.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Don't tell me what you're doing good. Tell me where I'm fucking up and fix it.
And Tony Khan needs to stop being a fan. That's the problem.
No, because Vince was a fan when he started this. Around the same time?
Well, his dad was still in charge at the time.
Still a young company. Still less than 5 years old.
Yeah.
Still a young company. There's plenty of time.
Still time to grow.
Stop being a fan and get serious. Everybody can't be your buddy.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a business.
Especially Big Swole. She can't be a friend of Tony Khan.
She's never been a big friend.
I like Big Swole for a little while.
I bet. You in the slurp business?
Yeah, Titter does.
Yeah! In the AEW women's division, Riho. Ruby Riho, what is in this thing? Riho faced off against Tony Storm, and Riho.
Win.
Just give me one. Oh, it's not a tall boy, please. Riho facing off against Tony Storm, and just another fun match between two former AEW women's champions. Riho, you know what? I mean, I love Hikaru Shida. I really do. She's one of my top favorites there in AEW and women's wrestling. But something about Riho, she just gets more. I mean, Shida gets a big pop sometimes.
Yep.
She does. But Riho really gets the fans going.
Yeah.
Like, really gets them going. And she's always a pleasure to watch whenever she comes on.
She's an underdog.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's so tiny. She's the natural underdog all the time. She's
like the Rey Mysterio of that division.
Yeah, it's good
where you're always gonna root for her. You're always gonna want her to, work from the bottom going up. And yeah, you know what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing.
She needs a better gear though.
Yeah.
I don't know, that French maid outfit she got on, whatever she got.
Fifi.
She ain't Fifi. Some shit. I don't know.
She's Riho.
Hey, it's all in development. They're only 3-4 years old.
Yeah, was she a fan of what? She learned English from what movie from?
Taken.
Like Lord of the Rings, something like that. She said on the Jericho podcast.
Really?
Yeah, that's how she learned English.
I thought it was
all the
Sheeta.
podcasts I listen to, I must have skipped that
Oh,
one.
No, Sheeta said she.
Sheeta.
I think Sheeta was the one that said she'd done.
I don't know what it looked like.
I mean, Kevin Owens learned it watching The Price is Right or
I thought it was
from Monday Night Raw. JR. Yeah. He's walking down the aisle. No one talks like that.
Yeah.
There's the Casino Tag Team Battle Royal, won by Orange Cassidy and Allison. And Orange Cassidy wrestling a match earlier in the show, got hurt, earlier in the show, and him and Danhausen winning, and they're going to be inserted into the match at Revolution. Sure, why not? Orange Cassidy didn't have a match on the pay-per-view, so might as well just
Why not another match, right?
get him on there. I mean, he's
We got an Iron Man match. No, the show gonna go past midnight.
Yeah.
So why not add another member to the tag match?
And unlike WWE kickoff shows, Revolution, the buy-in or whatever the pre-show is called, it has active matches starting at 7 p.m. So what's going to happen with that? But the main event segment of Dynamite was Bryan Danielson and MJF going head-to-head, although it was really one-sided because MJF did not... I don't think he got a word in.
No.
He didn't.
No.
Get your fucking head in.
Brian dropping the F-bomb, depending on which version of Dynamite you were watching, TNT or International. Can't say which one I was watching. But Brian had Bryan cutting a really good promo, and still don't think he has any chance of winning the title at Revolution, but made a good case for at least punishing MJF really hard at the pay-per-view during that Iron Man.
I just hate how, what's going to play out.
Yeah.
Whoever has the last word, whoever gets beat up, whatever, who's going to win.
Usually.
Well,
Usually.
Prove me wrong.
Well, what if they use the word guarantee?
Yeah.
They're going to lose.
I mean, The Rock used guarantee a few times, and he still lost. So.
Exactly.
But he was over.
But he was over. It was the Attitude Era. That just right there reminds me of that King of the Ring match. I think it was The Rock. Someone against a corporation. Remember that ladder match?
Yeah.
Was it Stone Cold? I don't know. I've been drinking this IPA. It's almost empty now.
No.
I still have some of this.
Albert number 12.
12. Conor McGregor.
Proper 12. Yeah, Conor McGregor. All right now. Still got it right here.
It's Saturday night tonight.
Beer before liquor will make you sicker. No?
Usually we do this on a Sunday
before
but
beer.
We turn it up
clear.
tonight.
Clear.
We got some stuff to talk about.
Does affect the host at all? All right, so we're gonna move on to the debut.
I'm gonna go for it.
yeah. Saturday night. We're gonna
Give me again.
We're gonna talk about the debut of Ring of Honor on Honor Club, their first set of TV tapings, and I actually did not see the show. I don't have Honor Club. No matter what happened last week with Julius Smokes on Honor Club, you gotta watch it. There's lineage here on the It Doesn't Matter podcast. But so I'll leave that to you guys. The Ring of Honor, the first premiere show. First of all, how long was it? Was it like
2 hours.
2 hours?
2 hour
Yeah.
show.
Is that okay? Does that seem a good length? Did it flow?
There's no commercials.
No commercials?
Yeah. It was cool. If you want to just watch pure wrestling, it is what it is. You got Lexi, what's her name? DDP's stepdaughter.
Oh,
Lexi
Nair.
Nair?
Yep.
Lexi Nair?
Yeah.
She was like
She's the
fiance.
ring backstage announcer.
Backstage announcer.
Yeah, so it was cool. The first match was, what's his name? Sly J? That's
I believe
Slim J.
Slim J.
Slim J?
Yeah.
Terrible name. Versus Mark Briscoe.
Yeah. How was
Yeah!
How was that match?
It was good.
Good?
It was good. It was entertaining.
Was it like a squash or was it more?
Nah, it was more back and forth.
Slim J. Reminds me of like that referee that also wrestles.
TNA?
Oh,
I asked you about him. The TNA referee, right?
Parker Posey, I'm thinking.
I think-
Not, Shane Sewell was one of those TNA wrestling.
The one that got
Blonde.
got
Yeah.
hooked up.
with Booker T. No, there's a AEW referee. I think his name is Parker Posey. He kind of did like a white rapper gimmick, which reminds me of Slim J. It's not him though. But ROH history Honor Club.
On the club.
Yeah. So we had the Mark Briscoe and Slim J.
We had that. Christopher Daniels had a match.
I didn't watch that one.
Did you ever see the close up of his face? He's that one weird eye. I'm like, is that legit?
That's what I'm
Oh,
trying
it's
to
just
figure out.
like mad dark. Like,
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I think it was an angle once, and he got busted open, but I don't know if that's like a gimmick now. He just has like a contact lens.
Yeah, it's freaking me out every time I see him. Like, what is that?
I like Christopher Daniels.
He's pretty good. He still do the BME. He still got it.
I met him at a TNA show, just me and him, and he was really cool.
We met
Autograph,
him.
all that stuff.
Yeah, we met him.
And then I met him at Slammiversary 2013, and that's when he met a lot of wrestlers, and he was teaming with Kaz. At,
Yeah, that's where we met him. When he was with
The addiction, right?
the Affliction.
Affliction, addiction.
The Addiction.
I don't know. Yeah.
I think at
still
TNA
got
they had a
it.
different name though.
I still got the autograph shirt.
Yep. Still got the shirt. Never wore it.
Yeah, I've never worn it just
They-
because I really love that.
They were dicks that day. They were heels at the time, so I don't know if they were in character. I'm like, Daniels, I met you before. You're really cool. What's going on with you today?
I think he was. Were they heels at
Might
the
have been in
time?
They
character.
were heels, but it was cool with us.
Oh yeah, they were really good.
It was crazy.
Yeah, they're like, yo, you guys want to take a picture together? I'm like,
You talking
yeah, why not?
You said an autograph shirt. Did you buy it from
Yeah,
the
bought it.
website?
Yeah.
No, I bought it there.
There. Oh,
Yeah, we
okay.
bought it there.
It was 2016. We went to Westerly.
Ring of Honor. Westerly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a pay-per-view and TV taping.
Yeah, we went to
It was after
the
this.
TV taping, I want to say.
At that time, when websites.
Yeah, I met the Bucks and JD. Sorry.
Oh, Ring of Honor.
So yeah,
At that time, 2013 or so, Pro Wrestling Tees wasn't really a thing yet, so each wrestler had their own website,
Yeah, I didn't know
So
that.
Daniels and Kaz, they sold T-shirts on their own website, and I had it personalized, all that stuff, it actually didn't say John, it said to TJ Vietcong. That's another story. But, Daniels, Kaz, and I bought 2 of them, and I wore that shirt to that meet and greet. Like, hey, I'm wearing your shirt. You must have signed this fucker. It's like 16 of 50, okay? They're still dicks to me that day. I was like, are they in character? I don't know.
Yeah.
No.
Bad Influence.
They had
That's their name. The TNA name. Bad
No.
Influence.
So TNA came to somewhere in Connecticut, in the Hartford area.
Yeah.
Whatever. And Jeremy Borash, he had, if you want to go backstage and meet all the wrestlers, buy one of Jared guitars. It's like $200 guitar. You go backstage and meet all the wrestlers, get all the autographs you want. Beer Money was hot. I tried to go meet Beer Money. These motherfuckers left. I was so mad. That's the only one. I did all that just to go meet Beer Money. Yeah. They left. So years later, it was like WrestleCon last year, or StarCast last year, I seen James Storm. I was like, yo, I said, it's a pleasure to meet you right now, but you don't know the hassle I did to meet you years ago. He's like, oh, what do you mean? He said, you and Jerry Borash is advertising all this to meet wrestlers, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And, I wanted to meet you and Bobby Roode. He's like, I was like, yo, Bear Money, he was like the top tag team. I want to meet you. Like, I love you guys. He's like, oh man, I wish I could have met you back then too. But he's like, I'm doing my job. I'm a heel, so we ain't talk to the fans. I was like, I'm like, it makes sense though.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't say something else to you.
Like what?
Sorry about Joe Damn Luck.
Yeah. I was hoping he was going to use that. I was hoping he would use that.
You should have said that. I met CM Punk too.
That's why I think when I met James Storm there, I asked him, can you do that extra special thing? Can you write to John or ask that weird question, right?
Yeah.
I think he said, hey, can you write, sorry about your damn look on there? And I think he did. Austin Aries now, another dick at that page. Him and Bobby Roode were a tag team at that time. They were dicks. But I asked Austin Aries, it's like, hey, you think you could write the greatest man that ever lived, A-double Austin Aries on that thing? He's like, I'll do you one better. And he wrote the initials for the greatest man that ever lived instead of the whole thing. I was like, okay. You can see my photos, and he's just, him and Bobby Roode just.
They didn't want to be there anymore.
At least Daniels and Kaz, they were heels and they were kind of dicks, but at least they posed.
Yeah.
Bobby Roode was like, real rude.
So I'll never forget, I met CM Punk at the rest area in Bridgeport. It was the show, I forgot what show it was. I think Raw, the Raw before WrestleMania before he fought Undertaker. Ooh. So the promo, he was he's a top heel, whatever.
Main event right there.
Yeah, so I'm on my way back home. I stopped, me and my lady at the time, and we had food. I'm sitting there, I was like, watch a wrestler come in here. It's like, nah, no wrestler gonna come in here. And I'm a big CM Punk mark.
Yeah.
Big CM Punk mark at the time. Yeah. Next thing you know, I'm sitting there eating my restaurant meal, whatever.
McDonald's, most likely.
No. But anyways, I see some dude with a hoodie just walk in. I just like when Jerry Lawler seen the puppies, when Sable took the puppies out, he did like these numbers. Like, that was me right there. I just got up and ran up to him. I was like, oh my God, like, let's see a Punk. Oh my God, can I get your autograph? He was like, no. like my heart just dropped. Like, oh my, you son of a bitch.
But you understand why?
I was like, can I get a handshake? He's like, yeah.
Alright.
I was cool with that.
Yeah.
Like, I had to.
Because his explanation on why he doesn't do autographs makes sense after a while, because how these fans take it and sell it off.
Oh, not always.
So there are some.
I understand. It's like damn near midnight, after midnight, whatever.
Well, let me find a pen. And it's kind of like, you're wasting my time.
That's true.
Just give me a damn selfie then. Show that.
There's something like that with Big Show. Any of the pro wrestlers, when they meet fans in real life, but Big Show had a great story that I remember, and his response was, it's just easier to say yes. There's no reason like, oh, I got a flight to catch, or I'm busy. Do you have the Sure. And just
you got to
say yes.
I remember one WrestleMania, I seen Sheamus in the airport.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, that's Sheamus. Like it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. Like I'm not gonna go ask this man for autographs. So I'm trying to be I'm the DL. I'm trying to stick a picture like that. I'm trying to get a good picture. Man, he fucked me up. He was like, "You good, fella?" I put my phone down. I didn't even take a picture, man. I was like, "Oh, never mind."
You can see it.
I was like,
It was.
I was like, "Oh." I just put my phone right down there. I can see the fella.
Do you have an accent? Was it real?
Oh, yeah, it was real. It was real. It wasn't like.
He seemed like he was in a good mood. He might have been in character for that one. I heard.
It was early. I was like, oh, man. But I did meet Curtis Axel in the airport. I met him too. I met him and Mandy Rose.
I think you met Paul Heyman one time too.
Yes.
Man, I would love.
That was dope. I had that picture. It's framed somewhere.
You talked to him even for like a second?
Yeah. It was New Orleans. That's when the whole Brock thing.
Oh wow.
Did you say my name is Tom Williams?
It was crazy because I'm getting on the plane going to New Orleans.
Yeah.
I see him sitting on his phone, hating hustle. Typical. That's what he does. I was like, oh shit. I'm on a plane, I'm back on the plane like. So we get off and the baggage claim. And then I see him waiting for his bags. I was like, oh shit, Hey, Mr. Henry, you mind we get a picture? I'm like, alright. Next thing you know, have my phone. I forgot what kind of phone I had, but like
I remember the picture.
It was.
You can take the picture. I can take it right now.
It was all messed up. I was like, hey man, the flash, you gotta take another picture. So the next picture I had, like he went in like straight work mode, like gimmick mode, and he just gave me that dirty look.
Yeah, Don smile like this, and I'm just.
No, that's it. That's what he does though.
Yeah, I was like, yo, that's dope. Like, I got a frame. Like you'll see it next week. I'm gonna take it out, and I'll definitely have it up here. You can definitely see
Take place in one of these belts, perhaps.
No.
You don't want to see all my pictures I got up here. I got a picture of a Dijak too.
Yeah, Dijak's cool.
I liked them before though. Like before they did what they did with them.
I got
T-Bar? You like T-Bar?
Oh God.
You a T-Bar fan?
No.
You got a T-Bar Funko shirt?
Yo, that Dijak and Keith Lee in NXT, that was amazing.
Crazy.
During the most recent NXT special, it was Dijak versus Wes Lee for the North American title.
That was a good match.
I heard it was hot, so I had to check that out.
That was
great. And it was a good match.
I tried.
It ended pretty well. The build up to it, I was kind of like, it's okay.
You kind of know where it's going.
Yeah, it was a nice finish. So I did check that out, and I saw Dijak, and I'm like, this guy. Not Karrion Kross. This guy, Dijak. He's not as cut or whatever, not as big, but him more than Karrion Kross.
He's got more character appeal than Karrion.
Yeah, more potential.
Karrion's more like that MMA fighter that doesn't have that personality to go with it.
I think Dijak is probably a Shawn Michaels guy, so. Nah, because NXT, so he can work with Shawn.
Santos Escobar during that SmackDown match, he did a couple of those flying forearms. I'm like, HBK.
Yep.
Yeah. But no, Dijak. I always think I thought he always looked like Nigel McGuinness. Like very resembled Nigel.
A little bit, yeah. Now that I think about it.
But I did see him in the Indies. I did see him in Ring of Honor, Dijak. So I've always been more of a fan of him. Karrion Kross, I saw him during one of those Bloodsport shows. Yeah. And that was that hybrid MMA kind of indie show.
Big fucking dude, man.
Yeah.
I seen him in person.
But he still wasn't that impressive. He was okay. But Karrion Kross is, hope he starts to tag team.
Like that.
Oh, I seen him in person. I seen him at Ric Flair's last match. He fought Bulldog Jr.
Oh,
I thought it was going to be a good match, but it wasn't.
D.H. Smith.
Yeah, he's terrible.
So, sometimes some people just don't match well with others.
Yeah.
Sometimes that is about chemistry.
Like Tyson Kidd and Samoa Joe.
Crack.
You fucking asshole.
Back cracker.
You're a fucking asshole.
So, we kind of went off on a tangent here, but any more notable things from the Ring of Honor debut show?
Aaron Fox.
A.R. Fox and Claudio?
Oh, your boy,
The New Day? No. Okay, so.
That'd be dope though.
Eddie Kingston.
Eddie Kingston, yeah.
Even though it's taped, he's like, I'm a free agent. I'm an independent contractor. He's like, I want you. Talking to Claudio after the match.
They've been setting that up for years, right?
Yeah. Well, Eddie's the kind of guy that feuds with everybody all the time. So
I remember the first time we saw him, he was feuding with Eddie. Kevin Owens.
Kevin Steen. Yeah.
That's
At
right.
Boiling Point.
Boiling Point, also an honor club.
2012. Right?
Or 14.
Rhode Island. Probably Rhode Island.
12, I think so. 12, yeah.
Where'd you sit at that show?
I don't know. But apparently you saw me on the
Yeah,
thing, right? So
yeah.
front row, always front row.
No,
honor,
because
baby.
all right. So we were trying to figure this out.
Yeah.
Did you see when Steen pushed a fan in the crowd?
I don't recall that, but
All right.
Yeah, we saw that.
I didn't know it was a work in that.
I do.
I think it was a work.
That match, Eddie Kingston and Kevin Steen for the world title there at that match. They had this table spot at ringside, but someone flipped the table over, so the wrong side, and he powerbombed Kingston through it, and that's when Kingston got me. He sold it like legit. He really got me. I was like, oh shit. That's what sold me on Eddie Kingston. And so when he came into AEW, it was like, oh man, this guy, I already know he's a great promo, and he's more that hardcore kind of thing. But I was a fan from him since back a long time ago.
Do you think if we had like that wrestler Vince McMahon body, he'd be main eventing right now? Because
He always had that.
Man, who, WWE?
Oh, anywhere.
You got that Kevin Owens.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying like if he had that like 6'5",
If he was in better shape.
better shape, would he be main eventing in another?
Oh,
would he be the champ right now? Because his promo work is
No,
Well,
it's
he's
stellar.
not.
between him and MJF.
Yeah.
He should. Well, he ain't getting an AEW. He ain't getting an Impact. So this is no.
Speaking of MJF, I know it never happened, but for a one-off, just on promos, MJF versus the real one, Enzo.
There was talk about that.
I really want to see
I
that.
think if MLW was still, they're both,
I know, but I just something about that. I don't know why I want to see that.
The real one is Enzo Amore.
Yes.
If you
How
don't
you
know.
doing?
How you doing?
It could be pretty good.
Even if he's just a mouthpiece for somebody.
Yeah. He's just ixnayed from the business, and I don't think he really wants to come back. So
He
makes
is
more
back.
money on that. Well,
He's
he's
with
MLW right
yeah.
now.
he was at Pistol Pete's in Taftville.
D'Lo Brown will be there in a couple weeks too.
D'Lo?
Yeah,
Yeah.
D'Lo Brown.
I think you better recognize that there's no entrance fee for that night. So that the main event of that Ring of Honor show, AR Fox and
It was good. It was solid.
Yeah.
It was solid.
He impressed me.
And I like the crowd. It's like I think it was Universal Studios or somewhere down there.
It's kind of like that
it
old
felt
NXT crowd.
Yes,
Yeah.
on point. It felt just like that.
That black and gold.
Everybody was into it.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's how I
Everybody was
felt.
into it.
Do you think it had its own identity versus like dark and whatever, something like that?
I think much better than Dark.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll watch that over Dark anyway.
Could it stand on its own as
Yeah.
this is a Ring of Honor
Oh
production?
yeah, but just
Give it time.
have Ring of Honor wrestlers.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Do like a brand split, sign something. I don't know. Do what you gotta do. I don't want to see they. Oh, what's my name? Zack Sabre. He fought.
Oh, I didn't watch that one. I gotta go back and
Oh
watch.
my
Now that you
God.
say he's there,
Zack Sabre. He fought.
now I gotta watch. Fuck.
Yeah. Oh, Zack
What's it?
Sabre.
He was on NXT. Oh my God, I can't think of his name right now.
NXT.
They just released him not too long ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, yo, it was a dope ass match.
Yeah. All right.
It was a dope ass match.
Cool. Cool.
But like I said, they don't need Zack Sabre. Like, what are you trying to promote?
Isn't he in
It's just taped.
Yeah.
New Japan, or he's just in
Yeah, that ugly ass TV title that New Japan got. Did you see that shit?
I kind of like it because it's so kind of like untraditional.
It is yeah, that shit ugly.
Yeah.
That's like one of them WWE 2K belts.
Oh jeez.
Like, you just create this shit.
Now I gotta go look up and watch it. Just to find it.
Like one
It's
of them,
literally a boilerplate.
like one of them,
Oh jeez.
one of them old Dusty Rhodes belts,
Yeah.
Turnbuckle Pro Wrestling
Yeah.
belts. Like one
Oh,
of them type
wow.
of shit. That shit was ugly.
I gotta watch that now.
That shit. Oh my god.
Just for that, the visual.
So Ring of Honor had a
It was,
pretty good debut show.
it was decent. It was decent.
Decent, yeah.
Will I watch again? Yes.
And Takesha again keeps impressing me.
He was on that. He was on.
Yeah, against Josh Woods.
All right. Yeah.
What's our NXT on point?
No.
I can.
He was-
Josh Woods, Josh Briggs, or
Those are Josh Briggs. This is Josh
Yeah.
Briggs.
that's tough enough, right?
From the Woods, Josh
Yeah.
Briggs. I don't think. I think there's another guy, but possibly. Could be. I don't know. Damn it, I don't know. And you know, I gotta tell you, it doesn't matter. Okay. All right. So Ring of Honor, the first episode, check it out. It's worth a watch.
It is.
Definitely.
If you're a wrestling fan, check it out.
Definitely.
All right. Before we wrap up this week's show, we have a couple of recent hot news topics. Kenny Omega saying some wayward things on a podcast. What's going on with Kenny Omega?
Well, he talked to Renee about the whole him, the Bucks, and CM Punk thing.
Oh yeah.
How they're feeling about the situation and how they're over it. I think they want to just
move on,
hash everything together and make money off of this.
Yeah.
Because that's what they should do.
That's the smart.
That's what I said last week. But
he said he said he's good. The Bucks are good.
he can't speak on other parties.
Yeah, he can't speak about anybody else, but he hopes that they're doing well as well.
Yeah, but nobody needs to know.
Kenny Omega.
Like, yeah, we are curious fans don't know shit. What happened? We don't need to know.
That's another topic we can talk about too.
Just let it be.
Got time.
Let it ride.
So the fans don't need to know the backstage stuff. What about the topic of fans knowing too much backstage drama? What's up with that?
Some of it I wish we didn't know.
It's fucking smartphone, man. Ruined everything for us.
I wish some of that stuff was just storyline where they just blur it out there. They make you think.
What if it is? What if this whole everything's a work, man? I heard this a long time ago. Anything you see on TV is a work.
Well, Sean
Johnny
never
B. Johnny B.
part of
Bad?
that. Oh, jeez. I'm so pretty. I should be a girl.
Star David.
So, Undertaker and Kane still brothers?
No. Well,
That's a work.
That's
Everything on TV is a work.
That was one of the greatest storylines ever.
Yeah, still a work.
We all knew Sean was in on that whole screw job. Lion bastard.
Go on, Wrestling with Shadows, the 25th anniversary DVD.
I never watched that.
The limited slip.
Are you?
I don't want to watch it just for that.
You never watched it?
It's a good.
That's just on Tubi.
I know. I don't want to watch it.
Tubi TV.
Because I know what happened at the end. Damn it.
I like backstage.
You know
footage.
damn well I'm a Brett fan.
Me too. Yo.
It
Pisses me off every time I see that. I'm like,
And he got on the goddamn shirt.
shoot, just like watching Scarface.
What up,
As soon as
Heartbreak?
you get to the end, I don't want to see him die.
Yo, this, I don't know. Do you have any paper why is Brett so bitter?
Yes. Bret Hart is bitter
Why is
because
he so bitter? Like,
Man,
because Goldberg, well, I said ruined his career. Shit happened in the ring.
have you ever had a concussion?
Probably.
I've had a couple.
Brett forgot.
That shit hurts.
Brett forgot he forgave Goldberg many years ago.
Oh.
Speaking of Goldberg in the news recently because he feels like he's owed a retirement match from WWE, even though allegedly he is out of matches. He's no longer on contract to do a match.
Hey,
I love Goldberg.
that's
I'm
fine.
good.
Save it for SummerSlam weekend. Conrad Thompson, Goldberg's last ride, last match, whatever you want to do. I'll be out there in Detroit. Make it happen. I don't know who I want to see him fight, but
You don't know who you would like to see him fight?
I don't know.
If it was Goldberg's last match, WWE or not WWE, actually one of each. If you like, who would you pick for something like that?
Hugh Morris.
Stop it. Is that funny? Hugh Morris? What?
Honestly,
Yeah.
if I could, one more time, Brock and Goldberg.
Brock and
One more time.
Goldberg.
Yeah, that's both money making for me.
There's nothing wrong with that. They know what to do with each other. They're both
Tosses.
Yeah. I was gonna say smart guys.
As long as they don't give me no WrestleMania 20 type match,
Yeah,
and
that's
don't give me that WrestleMania, that Survivor Series 2016 match either. Like, let them go. Let them go.
Yeah.
Everybody hit their side.
You know
spots.
what's funny about that Survivor Series? My coworker knew that match was happening. He doesn't watch wrestling, but he knew heard of it. He was interested in it, but I didn't tell him the finish. So he's watching. He's like, "That's it." I was like,
Yes. Yeah.
Yo, we're all sitting here watching. We're like,
Yeah.
what?
It was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I got a fucking Goldberg tattoo, y'all.
Oh shit!
I got the Goldberg tattoo. I'll never forget. Goldberg was my guy.
How many tattoos do you have, and what's next?
Who's next? Spur of the moment for me. I have maybe about 10 tattoos, maybe.
Yeah.
Spur of the moment. I don't know. It's
Be like Randy Orton. I just saw this commercial last night on YouTube. There's like the 2014 Royal Rumble, and they're doing like this skit of like a speed dating, and Randy Orton's just doing. I got a skull here, skull here, skull here, skull here. So, just
I don't know. Maybe if I ever dislocate my shoulder like Randy Orton, maybe I'll just come back with a sleeve.
Oh.
Never know. Never know.
That's a burn. And speaking of burn, that's one way to end the podcast. It's been week 4 of the It Doesn't Matter podcast. We're going overtime, get paid for that overtime. We'll see everyone next week on the It Doesn't Matter podcast. For Dom, Abel, and myself, we'll see you next time.
Yeah!
Yeah!